Well, hello, fellow YouTubers. Just making sure that thing's going. So, this morning I am going into work. It's not really this morning though. It's more noon. Someone else did the schedules, and I am now working at noon today instead of at 5:30 in the morning, which was kind of nice, except for the fact that I don't get home until 6:30 in the afternoon. And even though both my husband and I are almost 20, we go to bed at 7 because both of us get up pretty early in the morning, so that's going to be a little different. I'll be getting home right when he goes to bed. But either way, let's start with the video. We're doing another makeup tutorial like we did yesterday. So far I have washed my face with my Biore Deep Pore Charcoal Cleanser. I really do love this stuff. It is a little scary because it is gray, but it works really, really well. And then once I was done washing my face and it dried off a little bit, I went through and did my oil-free acne stress control by Neutrogena. It's just a toner. Went and wiped that all over my face, and then once that dried, I then put on my lotion, my Simple Replenish moisturizer. And then once that's all set, I then put on my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. And now we're on to the makeup. So this morning I'm doing a couple of different palette. Well, one's a palette, and then I have individuals. I do have this Lorac TANtalizer baked bronzer. It's actually a sample size that I got from Sephora for a couple of bucks, but it was rounded at one point and I dropped it and it broke, and it was really sad. But it is very, very pigmented, so I've never actually used it as a bronzer because it's so pigmented. So I've always just used it as an eyeshadow, and that is what we are going to do today. So again, we're grabbing our normal rounded eyeshadow brush. And I have the same set of brushes, so I won't be using any other ones, and I tend to use them for the exact same thing every single time. So we're going to be putting that all over our eyelid today. I'm going to use my handy dandy mirror over here. Yeah, and just make sure it's evenly distributed. But this baked bronzer does have a lot of shimmer in it, and I think that's part of the reason why I've never used it as a normal bronzer. It's just too much for my skin. Maybe if I was a little darker, but as I said before, I am very, very pale, so that isn't really an option for me. And even when I do put on normal bronzer, it looks a little funky sometimes. I accidentally put a little bit more than I did on the other lid, so I'm just going back over it. Alright, and they're about even. And once again, I'm just wiping off my brush, trying to keep them as clean as possible. I do try and clean my brushes, like actually clean them, once a week, so they don't get all nasty bacteria and everything. Alright, so once that is done, we're going to do our outer edge corner, which I have my M.A.C Espresso eyeshadow, and it's just matte. So I want to say this was 15 bucks, but I really needed another brown because my other matte brown in my palette, I used it all. So needed just a single piece because I didn't need to replenish the whole palette. So we're just going to do that on the outer edge again. And I try not to go past this point because then I have to blend it in so much in order for it to look like a smooth transition. So I try and just stay in the outer edge. And I get some more on and just wiggle it straight in the corner just to kind of darken it up a little bit. Alright, let's do the other side. And I do have Riri playing in the background. I just have my Beyonce station on Pandora playing most of the time. We just got a new car and it has the Bluetooth piece for it, so I've been just keeping it on Beyonce. Alright, let me make sure these are even. I need a little bit more up here. Yeah, and you can go as dark as you want. I try not to go too dark because I am at work and they try and make us keep it as natural as possible. So I don't want to go too dark and it look weird, especially since I do go in the morning a lot without makeup on. Alright, so once that is done, we are going to be taking our Nudes palette that we used yesterday from Maybelline. And we're going to be using that same crease color we used yesterday, that light brown, and that's also matte, and we're just going to be blending it straight into our crease today. And my hair does look a little bit weird. I forgot to tell you guys this. I colored my hair not too long ago, so I try not, well, and I do it anyways. I try not to wash it every day, but my hair's still getting used to the weather down here, so it's greasy every once in a while, so I just have in a dry shampoo. I think it's by Suave, this one. Oh, I forgot to do the highlighting color. It's just nude, so it's not really a highlight, but just to finish it off just up here at the brow bone. And it's just to kind of get rid of the rough edges of the crease. Alright. And then we are going to be doing something a little different today, and we're going to be taking that small angled brush that we used yesterday on our bottom lash line. We're going to be doing that again, and we're going to be taking again the Lorac TANtalizer baked bronzer, and we're going to be putting that all along the bottom lash line. I gotta use my mirror here for this. And I tried to pull this down just so I can get as close as possible. We're gonna do it to the other side. Alright. And then we're going to be taking our M.A.C Espresso matte eyeshadow again. And we're just going to be putting this on the outer half, well, the outer third of our bottom lash line. Because we will not be putting eyeliner down here today. Yeah, just try and blend it in as much as possible. And you can make it as dark as you'd like, or as light as you'd like. Alright, and this is just kind of to bring the top half down with the bottom half and blend it all together. Alright, again we're wiping off our brushes. And then I will be taking the, what color is this? The bold brown from Maybelline, the Master Drama one. And we're just going to be lining our top eyelids today. Lash line, whatever it's called. Having a moment today. And I'm actually going to take it all the way in today. It's mainly because I just messed up. And I always kind of dab right here and wiggle it a little bit to get off some of that color so it doesn't clump later into my T-Rex, and then it just looks gross. Plus then if you didn't have like a fantastically smooth line to your inner corner, it doesn't really matter. Because you're going to be wiping it away. And I tend to do it with 2 fingers, but yeah, see, it comes right off. Alright, they're about even. Tap that. And I can find my eyelash curler. That would be fantastic. Alright, we're curling our eyelashes again. I didn't show you this, guys, yesterday. I kind of clamp it a couple of times, like sit there and pulsate it for just a second or two on both sides. Kind of just to like guarantee that yes, there was a little bit of a curl there. And I will be taking my flamed out mascara again. I do have other mascaras. This one's just pretty easy to use. The first time I tried it last summer, I actually didn't like it at all. It was not my favorite. I was going to the chiropractor quite often, and when you're face down on that table, your face gets smashed and then your makeup comes off. And so I always had pieces of my eyeshadow, like parts of my eyeshadow up here, and or mascara, eye stuff. But so I just decided to bring my own, and I just got a stuff for the car, so I wasn't misplacing my normal mascara. And I tried this, like, okay, it's new, it's CoverGirl, we'll try it. I liked their stuff in the past, but I tried it and I just didn't really like it. And I tried it again since I had it lying around, and I actually ended up really liking it. And I do wriggle it a little bit just to kind of make sure that I do get the base of my eyelashes. Alright, we're going to be doing the bottom, and you just kind of wiggle it down really fast. And you don't need much down there, but either way, that is it. It's a little bit simpler than yesterday, not as much down at the bottom, and I used a little bit less mascara today than I did yesterday. But either way, it's pretty natural. I won't be doing any foundation today because I will be working for 6.5 hours, and I'd really like to not have to try and wipe it off at work if I get stuff on my face, because it is Christmas season at Starbucks, and all those eggnog lattes that you guys love to drink decides to pop up into our face a lot when we use it in the steam launch. So either way, I will not be wearing foundation today. I might later this week, but I'm not absolutely positive at this point. But either way, I'm going to now go brush this out, and then I am just going to be putting on a polka dot headband today. So otherwise, that is all, and I will see you guys later. Bye.